between Arsenal and Chelsea. Na nyame nim no kwani Enzo Maresca ne modern ball, especially against the top 6 clubs, na ba be a bigger headache ama Chelsea. Ye nim say under Pochettino last season. Na ade ba kwa Pochettino thriving on well was against the top clubs. You won the game against Manchester City a 4-4, second leg against Manchester City a 2-2, a game against Arsenal, a game against even Liverpool, the rest. Utumuse Pochettino go in with no respect. He's going in to defeat them because these are clubs are only more send you more. But also Chelsea this season, especially against the top 6 clubs, meaning say if I should brand it as too much respect for the friend is saying the teams or the head coaches, and now say he doesn't want to get punished so much into he tries to set up his team in a way they just go in and just suffer to make sure say they can get a goal or two. No, okay,
well, what you are saying,
yes,
there is a record here. So the last 25 meetings against Arsenal, Man City, Liverpool, and Man United, Chelsea has won only one. Chelsea has won only one.
Yeah.
So, in the scheme of things, we have a coach who just joined the team. So, we bought Liverpool 1 match. We bought Arsenal 2 matches. We bought draw back. We lose back. We bought Man United
1 match.
Man United 1 match.
Yes, 1 match. Yeah.
It was a draw. We bought Liverpool
1 match. We bought City 2 matches. We lose.
We lose 2. No, we bought Liverpool 1 match. We lose. United we bought draw. Arsenal draw back and lose back in isolation. Then the Uyi and Ufrima almost be 4 matches or so. And I have 5 matches. Uyi and Ufrima I got 20 games. You meet our teams where Chelsea to me day. And we win only 1. And look at 1 in how it came last season. Last season, Arsenal battered Chelsea 4. So okay,
the B was 5-0 at Emirates.
5-0. So is it not a year Chelsea and I was say they need to the whole Chelsea then I was say looking at these results are coming from somewhere. No more correcting no. Than say you be pick on one person. Because if we about 25 matches.
Yeah, at least two.
Now obi about 4 and 4 no cry no. 4 no ni 1 season money. Right? Obi to me ngu na nima city say we've seen him compete against Liverpool for instance. It was a sheer lack. And Chelsea loses at 2-1. Against Man City, the first game, we all saw the performance. Even against Arsenal, Stamford Bridge, we all saw up. Look at the goal Chelsea conceded. It was basically team rebuilding. They were able to come back. Don't you think that we are being too harsh on the current settings instead of making sure they give team the time?
I think we are not being too harsh. With stats now, boy, the last time at Chelsea we knew Arsenal was in 2021 under Thomas Tuchel. Chelsea with Lukaku, Chelsea we knew that was 2-1. After that, we've not been able to win against Arsenal. I didn't make us and said this is a game I are going into a team with Chelsea Manchester City. Etihad. Chelsea went 1-0 up in the first 4 minutes and they couldn't do anything. I didn't make us and just maybe you are trying to put blames on Enzo Maresca, but the blames I'm putting on him sometimes is 1, I think he's misprofiling these players. 2, I think his setup, especially going into these games, there are a whole lot of questions about it. I didn't make us and say we've had conversations that he said that he sees Reece James as a maybe a center mid or a midfielder. One thing they say, Reece James can play as a midfielder against teams that maybe they are sitting low block, they are not putting pressure through the middle. because with James, yes, wabo ewo Wigan, but now the body the player is having now, the injury records are waiting me enya ene nyama bebre no ade baako a he can't overrun, he can't go into some tackles ene nyama bebre. So Osha Indra the setup, I don't know, but I don't know why you are playing against us now. The first thing I did time because misprofiling games, they say we are playing against Arsenal. You know Arsenal are a set piece type of team. Corners, free kicks, they are trying to use. Your best set piece defenders was Chaloba and Tosin. Those are very good in the air. I think apart from these two, I would mention Fafana. Then you go into the game with Badlieshe, Levi Cole, Fafana, which you know say Arsenal will use more of set pieces to try and undo your setup. And we are number one. Secondly, you go into this game, I don't know where this thing is coming from. Nkunku has to play on the left wing, and now Pedro Neto has to play as a number 9. Yesterday, Obi Oshes our game ni be to me say Pedro Neto playing as a number 9. He complained from the minute 45 to the end of the game. At the end, he said he was being battled by Saliba and Gabriel.
Is it not the same style or boy in a
against
we saw him play him at the wings near the idea who say there was nobody moving up front, so I was sort of finding a way, and Obama match Ben Chelsea winning Pedro Neto and an LED way.
I think against Southampton, and this social teams are winning with this type of style against Southampton, against Leicester, against
we know that
no,
his hand change.
No,
the most creative player and your top scorer in the league is not in the team.
No, but
listen, Cole Palmer, no making things happen up front, it's not there. Noni Madueke, na edru na say, but we've seen clearly there. Only one, it has affected the balance of this team. Now he has to rely on somebody like Neto him say ne strength and say or sending in deep cross into the far post. You just need a typical number 9 to head home. Neto ni way ni profile ni sana etie. Then Sancho, the reason why Sancho in recent time, why is it that when the team was in full gear, everybody was happy with Sancho, but now Abeye problem is say Sancho say he is not a goal scorer. Say 1v1 pass the ball, making sure say Abeye almost set it up for somebody to score. Now there is nobody up front. So the coach need to try something, and that is what he is doing.
Then I think
when the players fit, if you want to see say coach be abon anase or more anase or yard and now or profile way wrong anase wrong. Him say before team ni obiaya available no obiaya available no. What he did was that na obo Lavia, Caicedo and Enzo, Reece James Fofana Kukurela then Ayeko. Everybody was aware say okay the Noni Madueke
but
Mudrik and I say we then Palmer anyway. Name so Obia fitter. This is how and so team said the team was winning until say injury started here. Then he wanted to change things, try to find balance, try to even to the extent a goalkeeper was
Balisto mebao. With this thing I didn't say misprofiling players. They say this same Arsenal team are struggling from injuries. They are attacking through. They are struggling from injuries. One thing I make us say misprofiling players. Ubo player be doing say Sancho. Now why Sancho is giving low ratings? They say Sancho is a creator. Sancho is more good when he's coming from the left wing. No, Itima is 1v1. Itima sets up accuracy. Now the Sancho game, you are putting Sancho on the right wing and limiting him. In the past 4 games, Sancho about that right wing position. Gentlemen, how many times Sancho created chances from that spot? 0. And we Nkunku on the left wing. We complained about Nkunku not coming back, not pressing, not doing a whole lot of things.
He played there and won Chelsea a penalty.
Sancho.
Yes, against Southampton.
Oh,
Listo saying.
Against Southampton game, bay.
Leicester. Yeah, Leicester. Against Leicester.
Recent one.
Yes, he won a penalty and Kupama missed. He played there. All Dortmund, he can play.
Yes, but the Bundesliga and the Premier League are two different things. Misprofiling players, that's a making. One Nkunku left wing. Yes, Upese Obemu as a half or enter half spaces. Kukurela overlapping. Sometimes good coaches or coaches are sometimes my classification of good coaches are more of those who can make something out of when there is a problem. And now he's making the team feel that the team has a problem. My quick bibi, but not to fix it or not to go into a good shape. That is the problem. Because Indra, you can go into a game with the style of Untimin can't say you are just stuck with one plan and the plan cannot be twitched a bit. It can. These are quality players at Chelsea. We've seen sometimes some of our fans go in on these players every time. Even including Madueke Mune Jackson. Sometimes it's not the player's fault. Sometimes it's the role being given to them. And so be a game from minute 1 to minute 90. Who say Chelsea were just set up to suffer. They just went into the game to just sit down and wait. Say chance. When we get the ball, even from our defense to our midfield, there is nothing. Because Pedro Neto or Obonaya, they want him to run into spaces and do a whole lot of things, And also that particular position, because he's playing against two quality center backs, he is not able to run into those spaces. And until he shifts to the right or the left, Ubehu says Sancho movie, this person is moving. If you have players who can rotate equally, why don't you go for a particular formation that would allow them to rotate well and get the best out of them? Are there Luis Enrique or Paris Saint-Germain? Their three forwards are rotating, and they are rotating so well. But the Hano is different. He I don't know why he's not even trying something of a three forward. Let them rotate. Pedro Neto is good, Sancho is good, Nkunku is good. They can rotate. Then Infini more solid. This game you didn't have Kopama, so this was a time you should have tried something different.
PSG. Yes, PSG, you watched them last season. Under the same coach.
About last season, I said under the same.
Yeah, even this
is a style of play.
Even this season, a second round, and what to me are finding a rhythm
because
we saw him struggle against PSV. Can Chelsea afford say Chelsea bought Champions League? Ever struggle? I was a playoff. I omune. What's your omune? Girona, Vincent.
Michel.
What's your PSG Girona?
Yes, and yeah, the ball 0-0.
No,
1-0. Yeah, you go to a chill ball at the share.
Listo.
They struggle from last season.
I mean, they even lost now.
Listo.
I get it. The group coach, what now 2 years. I feel the second.
Intiema Enzo Maresca.
Of course, yes.
Giving respect to our Tetamu to make sure they lose.
Now the sporting directors are saying that they need a striker.
Yes.
How can a big club like Chelsea fighting for want to fight for things? No one can say, "Oh, strike and corner winning down." So you cannot rely on to mean 20 goals. You spend 1 billion.
Listo.
So top players.
Listo.
Oh, striker. They say
they've been seasons at clubs. They've been seasons at clubs. Clubs are trophies without strikers.
We had an experience, and the Premier League show clear say if you don't have a striker, you struggle. So there is no debate.
City are League without a striker.
He had a striker.
No, OG League without not playing a striker.
He had a striker. Yeah, baby.
And you see, if you are going
before Haaland before Haaland Eba. City and Bo, City and Bo a season without not playing a striker.
They had a striker. You can play a league without a striker, but you have a certain player. But Chelsea doesn't have that player.
City that season. Why one particular player Benema City with more numbers? But it was a shared something.
It is a nice.
It's not a back.
Rely on Aguero so. or rely on Aguero.
Season Aguero ko. Season Aguero ko oka say obejina press car say they wouldn't get any player like Aguero. The next season one boy striker or J League. If you want to show as a best coach,
they've had a striker.
Chelsea nye team a obeka se maba ye beye unima dey tell fans ni buefu be pemene no because omo feel say Chelsea nye we team eba be rebuilding for 5 years 10 years. You have quality.
You are blaming who?
I'm not blaming
the coach.
You say there have been conversations. Me things Mbebe saying the sporting directors couldn't get Chelsea strikers. The sporting directors Twitter they will be seeing those comments. The sporting directors say I am squad depth. I am squad depth in Nako. Me betina haka chemu say no sporting director. And no sorry no so Joao Felix in Sako 2 AC Milan.
Joao Felix wanted to leave. A player
wanted to leave because the coach wasn't giving him playing time. And then the agent Mendes only Chelsea owners near very close. So they don't want to spoil that relationship.
Should we get there? Come on AC Milan.
And then so come on AC Milan.
He struggled to start after starting a year matches. Now almost 4 matches.
Yesu on not having depth or Yesu on Joao Felix not starting.
It's not saying what
you need depth.
It's not about
Chelsea need depth based on Enzo Maresca.
It's not
our
about
game against Everton Ipswich. Maybe our game against Everton Ipswich. Coach will at press conference. Besides, I didn't want any change or say why we no bench on bet me abim.
Yes, and then Joao Felix.
The players no call on club next. You as a coach,
Joao Felix
to put something.
So he was right. Now time I prove say Joao Felix now. Yeah, the screen soon you no. Prove say there is something on here as a training grounds and an attitude because coach or coaching in Portugal no akasa kofa ne dey AC Milan. Now AC Milan say even after no about 2 matches or granting interview say I want to stay here, I want to have a home. They are saying they will send him back.
And the conversation about the players.
No, you are saying
the conversation needs to be about AC Milan to mean keep Joao Felix and yet maybe Joao Felix performance in Tio.
There be
AC Milan can go into the Champions League or any European competition.
It doesn't matter. They need to buy.
They need to buy. Maybe AC Milan and they send our boss. Tomorrow they were looking at selling Tomorrow, one of their key players, because AC Milan here scar. No, so they can't cough 60 million for Javier. So it's not based on just the players' performance. Joao Felix back.
They don't even start him anymore.
Joao Felix back Chelsea. Why are they
now? They need to enter the Champions League. They don't even start him anymore.
Listen, Joao Felix contract, maybe any moon to details. Sometimes football contract, their terms are if a player gets to start some particular games, you need to sign him.
So I did it at home.
Yehu Simeone with Griezmann. No benchy Griezmann. There are some games Atletico but so you know because one person equal that number of games automatic signing.
Training grounds no. I believe he say boy in the ball no born in attitude or
Renato Vega his performance was not good.
They bought him to come and understand Kukurela. Obetimo to Kukurela.
Only squad depth. We are complaining about not having squad depth.
The point is that.
Yes.
The point is that. Play him say one. What accusation or them coaching and say
yes
or misprofile players
yes
or misprofile players. He basically the setup crano bad. Now before team no babeko hu him. Any before another team in the bottom more than even at the time and say you're challenging for the league title. Coach Nika said no, we are not ready yet. We are not ready yet. No. Accusing say I didn't know not only because what the boy church you know say difficult patch there difficult patch bar. That is where young players would learn. Now team no fit no. How was setting the team up and even in the big teams now, we say sure more yes say you say apart from maybe a Man City away, go home against Man City. It was said player bebo ato net mu keke. Against Liverpool, we created all the chances. Even against Arsenal, even against Arsenal yeah about 1-1 yeah we were basically in the game and now say it to me then ewini Man United the same thing there team no fully fit how a coach near there coach now making sure say last season struggle just 1 year mo person mo say even in terms of experience or championship ko say we living up to expectation kwa bro so am on no crack say yenya botre ye expectation na the man yenya botre now next season make sure say the ayi kakra or the beba Ateta nya sa free pass no Klopp enya sa free pass no a whole Pep Guardiola enya sa free pass no I didn't think one yen kwan ye de yen pese be man sa way
listo
now yen
offer conversation if you a different angle
the same angle
and you say a man and you say be a man time
Arsenal yeah Ateta ye way and Ateta so call obelusu crowd the Chelsea okay
and I make us say
Ateta so omo be share 2 me be tete omo 3-2
and you say obi akase Enzo Maresca enye the right person and enye bibi o my conversation here is we've seen against top 6 clubs and you could see at this maybe a person ebu ye niguso you could see
20 matches na kan nyina ye ono a
20 matches na wo boss no opa yen date back 20 matches na wo boss no coaches omo handles are Lampard Potter any Pochettino. These are the 3 coaches plus Enzo Maresca 4 coaches.
Where can
Why can
Thomas Tuchel can
Thomas Tuchel and I make a choice.
Woman away before
and I make choice Thomas Tuchel then I was Listo Thomas Tuchel can we saw Thomas Tuchel beat Man City our league or share Arsenal into say enye 1 win pe. So what the Thomas Tuchel can we've seen Thomas Tuchel beat Arsenal beat Man City or share Man City 3 times
season now Babe Kono
and I make a choice that season no one more than 6 games.
City share
he lost to City before
City 1-0
before
and I make a choice Olusu to City 1-0 that was the only season about 3 top games against higher opponent about Tottenham Kukurela issue no the omutwi ni 3 win or share Arsenal that was the second game at Chelsea boy and a City share no and omode pamu no inti say upese ode kan wa Thomas Tuchel say 25 games Thomas Tuchel say ode na kan ho dia meaning say he did some wins it should classify in it but say okay say 1 win meaning say
the last win no last win here
Pochettino against Man United 5-4 say 4-3 no apart from that inti edeti to Potter Lampard Pochettino Enzo Maresca omo accumulated 25 na ehun
no Potter can Thomas Tuchel can
and I miss Thomas Tuchel season ben
he
the last season now mo pa mo
and I me explain it say season no mo pa mo no tie me season no mo pa mo no twen season no mo pa mo or right into the season the first game of boy was against Arsenal Lukaku and Lukaku be share go and ameboa you win 2-1 against Arsenal
there be nya season you are mistaken
look na Thomas Tuchel how many season of Chelsea
the Champions League ni wie no Oje Champions League
ni wie no
ne on say no ne half season the full season eno mkofa Lukaku
the full eno share Arsenal
yes eno share Arsenal
in the second game
ba wie is that season ni ba wie ne omo ton Chelsea it was 30 ball Champions League
obo just 6 games no mpamo no
and I make us say season na mo no
6 games ni mu no 6 games na kan Oshia Tottenham pe as a big club and san omo pamo no
there be Arsenal share
Arsenal
share after Ocean first there be me
so say only Arsenal boy that means it was the following season before
there be Oje Champions League half season
yes
now full season no and okofa Lukaku buy
the first game was Arsenal
yes the first game was Arsenal the second round no oba be share Arsenal share no
it is to and make 25 games now o adi up no
ni nyina kan ho bi
25 games now o adi up no ye nyina kosi se 1 me ma e bin me kan say Thomas Tuchel kan say 1 we Potter e share Man United usi e win once pe Potter share Man United e 1 Enzo Maresca a share Tottenham
Potter share Man United wa hinfa
me say we Pochettino share Man United
no na e 1 no
Enzo Maresca enso share we friend is saying Tottenham
there be Tottenham kan ma bon teams ni din o but both teams
top six.
Me very specific. That is the record I will say. 25 games against Arsenal, against Man United, against Man City and Liverpool. Four teams we
in 25.
In 25, our last 25, we've won only one.
And the maker say if say who date with this recorder, meaning
say with Enzo Maresca crash Tottenham. So can to know Tottenham is not among half for a year match teams we.
No, we've yes. I didn't tell o cancer. Until I'm person to argue basis said this way no. My nyane say okay play aba na Luis Enrique Kraba be we say.
I know there you can't deny the fact. In French League 1,
make say
Luis needed more than half a season, 3 transfer windows to make a young squad now or there. What making
Listo.
Luis
Enrique needing transfer
even upon experience. What we need trouble near there. He needed this.
Now the statement, Mimi statement, say so we should look at it from the aspect say Enzo Maresca Sisiano he going into games putting much respect, misprofiling players is something it's a learning stage he needs to learn into enko.
No, the way I say condemning is
condemning here and I make us a missing profile and
I'm him the reason why Omar Reece James about Medford. Everybody knows except why you say
that's what I'm saying.
When Oye fit no he somebody obey there or they yeah physicality
then Reece James is the worst customer you put into that role.
Why you think
at this time Reece James I want him say injury wise a womb.
That's how he's fit.
He's fit saying. I said, if Reece James is fit, me ba. If Reece James is fit, me ba. And I'm sitting.
He's not injured.
And I'm sitting. If Reece James is fit, I will say.
Everybody, you need film the Romo Lavia for the last 10 minutes. Obiang will say the coach want to just try something.
Okay.
Just that
and
the process we need to go through me one time and me share game na me go fupa me the only issue me wo the goalkeeper sa head na share no any kwanza dey share say ye ba be cross ball na still na wo jan do nsa gu enkofu echi ama ya flick ball sa easy ball am na sure that is the only issue. But apart from Arsenal position Moses here now defensively they are very solid. It is okoye try and error be and I say okoye on
Enzo Maresca had games.
Listo, mame from Real Madrid. Newcastle AG a domestic trophy and 56 years no magic silverware. Idea Listo. This Newcastle hierarchy Listo Oma pa. Even this early 2000s, you know the number of players on my back. Them baba money system they couldn't win any domestic trophy and I say the domestic trophy no anya Chelsea anya Arsenal anya Man City na anya Liverpool didn't say team be remember our big star domestic trophy no and watch Newcastle list to since Saudi for the tour Newcastle team they've brought in something newer. They are bringing Newcastle to the elite level, to the top 6 clubs more England. Buy or training facility or changing and the pass or use for the team one of the best. Check the number of players from buy. They spend 50 million and a Kokoto Joy Linton buy as a striker. Obey flopping. See how they've integrated him to be one of the best midfielders in the game and as in the Premier League this season for several years. And then Bruno Gomares and Abranta and Sandro Tonali and Abranta and the striker in Brazil near me born say Joelinton. Omo say yes, they mean business. Every 50-50 ball be at least. They want all the 50-50 balls against Van Graafenberg, Dominic Szoboszlai, and Abrant and McAllister. And you see, listen, this is a Liverpool team. No, if you want to dominate them, now one team create chances. You have to stop Omo midfield. No. That is Abranta coach and Eddie Iron Slot. He will possess the ball. He have players or make me a dominating game. And see, this season, Liverpool were dominating the leagues because Van Graafenberg was one of the best midfielders. He was having one of his best games so far for Liverpool. Dominic Szoboszlai and Asa Curtis Jones never won't mean chill. But their previous games at Liverpool were against PSV. We saw how PSG dominated the game because Omo midfield no and battle with a PhD and same applies and the also and making sure say Bruno Gomares, Joe Linton, and Abranta and the Tolanemu will cover all the mid spaces or meet me create chances. Ediama Abranta and Mohamed Salah, and yet again Abranta and Livramento as also stop pay. I am Mohamed Salah. After saying Nuno Mendes a pocketing no Livramento as a pocketing be Menzilisto with this Conference League. Newcastle for and I said the EF for Newcastle for Naji. Listo this season and sure EPL teams no. Next season they will have 11 teams competing across the European competition. Listo right now that saying a payment about be and they what about EFL no? O check the Premier League or more rules now. Oji FA Cup now. O kwakubo Europa League. Oji EFL. Now about the Conference League, but here is the case situation whereby a team obeji the Europa League obenya a sports qualifying to the Champions League no yet the team or near the highest rank behind those teams and the kokobo so EF or the list automatically qualify for a position on the league log uji EF or na team that's why we qualify to play the Europa League. The team are on way below one, so all the highest rank on the league log, no, will also qualify and play the next competition. And I say, open to me any other sport, no. And then a list to BBH say Chelsea, and I said the Premier League might get five slots. Right now, 11 teams in the me some small analysis. Liverpool, Arsenal, Nottingham Forest, Chelsea. If league end this is here, list to. Chelsea have the chance to win the Conference League. So, Manchester City count. These are the five teams, no. So Liverpool, Arsenal, Nottingham Forest, Chelsea, Manchester City. These are the 5 teams. Teams are Akam Onwa the Europa League and the Conference League. Almost best 6 teams in terms of Newcastle, Brighton and Hove Albion, Fulham, Aston Villa, Bournemouth and Brentford. List right now. If Newcastle qualify for the Champions League, which is the 5th position, with UEFA awarded that 5th participation club for performance in Europe this season, Newcastle waji EF for now or qualify for the Conference League means that you bring another team from the 6th position going to cover that option for a Newcastle. Used to another one, Brighton and Hove Albion, qualify for Europa League. Qualify for Europa League if finishes 6th. Another one so they say Bournemouth, someone finishes 7th, no qualify for the Europa League by winning the FA Cup. It means they can also go all the way. Chelsea finish either 8th, so when someone finishing in the top league, not Chelsea finishing 8th, no qualify for Europa League by winning the Conference League. It means that Chelsea Europa Conference League, you qualify to the Europa League, which means another team will also get another spot. Okay. Aston Villa finishing 9th, not qualify for the Champions League by winning that competition this season. It means that on to me add more slots and then Manchester United or Tottenham Hotspur almost finish 10th, no more qualify for the Champions League by winning the Europa League. In the Premier League list in as much as teams in be now spread across because they're likely that United might be able to win the Europa League. A sport in the Champions League. Same applies to Chelsea. Even if one qualify for a top 5 slot, no Conference League now or by Europa. Same applies to all the other teams are. So listo, I think that Newcastle winning the EFL no idea following season right now they have the money. Almost got to say all the big clubs in England. They have that money. Also, that Saudi money in Libya. See the kind of players. No, almost this season. And now, over the years, for the past 3 seasons, Bruno Gomares, Joy Linton, Ishak, and it will be very difficult, especially some of the teams it Arsenal, even and Liverpool can even chase. It will be another Ishak, and Edna Kosa team. So, I think that over the weekend we had an exciting game, especially Liverpool, Atletico Madrid and Barcelona game. Yeah. Medica say Barca this season there is no team behind where Europa listo or sharp attackers saying team and Barcelona. No only man can say Manchester City edge league no without a striker. but it's list too. Before a Belgian league, you can win a league without a striker. But if your front three and our players 5 or maximum 15 goals contribution that season, at least too, and your very best. Into what check it that 2021-2022 season now, I go require City. Now Gabriel Jesus and the only striker because Gabriel Jesus listo over that year since 2017, 2018, 2019. Now I hear backup striker to Kun Aguero for so many years, and they believe that if Aguero Gabriel Jesus Watson City for so many years, 130 Sergio Kun Aguero can lead the lines and listo that season. Out of say Gabriel Jesus near a lot of injuries, about 25 games in the Premier League out of 38 listo or she 8 goals they provided 8 assists, which means 16 goals contribution. That is for Abranta and Gabriel Jesus. Bernardo Silva so listo also boy about 35 matches out of 38 games or boy listo or she 8 goals they provided 4 assists, which means 12 goals contribution. And then Abranta and Kevin De Bruyne and after that season at City J League, your man the best player list to about 30 games or may say just 8 games or share 15 goals they provided 8 assists list to that is 23 goals contribution for AFL Abranta and Kevin De Bruyne that season. You believe City a ball without a top striker. Phil Foden that season list to about 28 games or share 9 goals they provided 5 assists, which means 14 goals contribution that season. Riyad Mahrez was also part of that squad. And see used to also bought 28 games or share 11 goals and 5 assists, which is 16 goals contribution in that season. And then apart from no more Raheem Sterling and Listo, that was a season. Raheem Sterling a ball more as a false 9 and our opinion Pep Guardiola. And that season Listo, Raheem Sterling about 30 games or share 13 goals he provided 5 assists. So with these numbers who players mean for Grealish they cram by. I think that season Grealish actually just 4 goals he provided 4 assists. That was I think in the first season of joining Manchester City, and he didn't have the best season and amount for person. But it's Listo with all these numbers who 5 or 6 and even Bruno Diaz money the midfielders Mukra goes nyambai who are all these players Gundogan goes nyambai who are all these players and Listo they can give you these numbers it's okay even if Chelsea MSC play bit say Nicholas Jackson because Listo who check Gundogan kra no more central na 27 games or she 8 goals he provided 4 assists, and it tells you that season Manchester City team team were collectively they were doing so well, and it took Ruben Diaz on only defender to score 2 goals and provided 4 assists. And so at the moment, so Listo, to me I think that you can win a league without having a top most striker having almost 20 goals this season. If Chelsea Enzo Fernandez will copa my numbers, Sancho will copa my numbers, Noni Madueke copa my numbers nibi, then maybe obiti say Pedro Neto mu na maybe 10 goals 5 assists 10 goals 6 assists, and in fact any Cucurella was 5 goals who check Chelsea players or much more goals who did be cut off 5 goals. So if our players a bit more provided 16 to 20 goals, you best 6 players 7 players or more up front, a bit more 16 goals contribution a season Listo, you are only striker who wait to compete for the several ways, because in fact who in Liverpool apart from say Mohamed Salah goals who are scoring the goals for Liverpool. So u team no wait to leverage team say one player should score the goals for you. The reason why this season Barca actually 72 goals in the La Liga, and now so checking the number of goals Barca actually across all competition, Barca were one of the best attacks in Europe. And say Lewandowski share, Rafinha share, Lamine Yamal so share. So all these 3 players and Ubenya Pedro in terms of the assist part, also creating more assists as the amount. Into what check it Barca team this season now. Okay, what you say? Okako market Lewandowski in kwa Rafinha will score 3 goals in that very game. We want to say Okako stop it. Lamine Yamal Lewandowski be fan wide there. Goals. See another game number. All these players list to one way or the other. finding a way to contribute to a goal. After say Lewandowski share first goal, you who is Rafinha say or assist Ferran Torres. Yes, also who Lamine Yamal get a goal from that deflection shot. Oh boy, so listen. In fact, if o person won Liga, Chelsea team right now say your bobo na ko point man shigwa. Of late the only 2 players are getting close and 3 players are getting close. One Cucurella, maybe Enzo Fernandez, then maybe with Pedro Neto Beckham will have some decent games for the recent days. So I think this too. If Chelsea really wants to compete, not only the strikers,
well, I think
all the Chelsea players have to live up to it.
Yeah, the additions on Bayern, because it is clear. Gary Cahill, I watched Gary Cahill after the game, and he says with the current crop of players, obviously this was bound to happen. There should be some level of leadership. So there were some reports say Chelsea, Akko Liverpool, Epe, Konate. I'm not sure say they will allow him to leave. Yeah. But Van Dijk money at the end of the day they will be leaving near there, so they can check Esongu Aba and Oma signing the sporting boy. Let me get the name right.
Quenda.
Yeah, Quenda. So I then Aba. So let's see. Now they are hoping say Ayibeba and Finfin will be Santos Beba. Yeah, Sungu Suno Ebe Mashe anyway. It appears or a lot of strength in the idea. So let's see the kind of additions they will do. Maybe a season hopefully we can get a 5th place and manage to qualify for the Champions League. I think we need a Champions League, very crucial.